A huge storm is about to break over Aleppo. For the third time this year, the Jihadist coalition of the Jaish al-Fatah Operations Room is planning to win back the strategic initiative in Aleppo city by launching what is going to be the largest offensive of the Syrian conflict to date. Since the announcement of the offensive by the Jihadist media spokespeople almost 1 week ago, both the Syrian armed forces and their allies and the Jaish al-Fatah Operations Room have been rushing reinforcements into the Aleppo combat sector. In the last few days, the Syrian armed forces, the Russian aerospace forces, Hezbollah and the pro-government Iraqi militia group known as Harakat al-Mujaba have launched a series of spoiling operations along the front line in southern Aleppo. In doing so, the hills of Tel Bazul and Tel Ohud have been captured by the government-aligned forces, along with the air defense base and the rump of the 1070 housing project. All these efforts serve two purposes. The first is to expand the government-held buffer zone between the jihadist-controlled countryside and the eastern Aleppo pocket. Second is to probe the close rear of the terrorist defences to determine zones of concentration, and also to possibly provoke the Jaish al-Fatah coalition to accelerate their timetable for the offensive and rush into battle not being fully prepared. Again, there can be no doubt that this will be the largest set-piece battle of the Syrian war to date. It has become apparent that the Jabhat Fatah al-Sham terrorist group, previously known as the Al-Nusra Front, will not lead the brunt of the assault as before in the August offensive due to heavy casualties sustained in that operation. Instead, the Jaish al-Fatah Command Center will employ the Ara al-Sham terrorist group, the Nur al-Din al-Zinki mercenary faction, and the Jund al-Aqsa terrorist group to spearhead the offensive. The Russian Ministry of Defense has announced that some 12,000 militants from the Jaish al-Fatah alliance will be available in this upcoming offensive, although it is possible that some of this number will be deployed against the Castello Road axis in northern Aleppo. Whilst less is known about the disposition and operational plans of Jaish al-Fatah in northern Aleppo, it can be predicted that in southern Aleppo the offensive will target the Al-Assad suburb, the 3,000 apartment block, the 1070 housing project, the village of Mushrifa, the water treatment plant, the Ramusa Artillery College, the Ramusa suburb, and the Ramusa roundabout. The objective of such efforts will be to reopen the Kantuman-Ramusa road and possibly the number 5 motorway in order to resupply militant forces in eastern Aleppo. It is worth mentioning that any attack in the north will be aimed at opening the Castello Road and besieging, or rather counter-besieging, government forces in western Aleppo. Either way or both ways, it appears that an offensive of dimensions hitherto unseen is about to take place in and around Aleppo city.